I want to start this video right here on the kitchen table here in Costa Rica. Kitchen table is a place where we come and gather, have conversations, and some of those conversations are vulnerable, they're intimate, and I believe this video kind of represents both the intimacy and vulnerability of my experience with the land here in Costa Rica. You may have heard people say that Costa Rica is a vortex, like it pulls you in, like it's this space that you are invited into while you're here. You often release your problems. You often don't have problems. You may not even get angry while you're here because you are in the spirit of Pura Vida. And that's what the land and people invite you to receive if you're willing to take a pause and bring your whole self, good, bad, and ugly, and truly receive the experience of what it is like to receive from the land in Costa Rica. There are lands on this planet that truly will heal your body, your mind, your soul. And they're not only found in Costa Rica, they're all over the world, but you have to be willing to listen, to receive, and to let go, to truly have that intimate experience with the land. So that's what I am going to invite you into, because that's exactly what happened for me here when I decided to go into nature here and have that experience. So really excited to share this part of my journey with you. Bell Hooks said it so well. When you love the earth, you can love yourself. That's the space Costa Rica provides, is the ability to be free, unshackled from problems, worries, fears. You get to be here completely free. So this is where my transformation started. Living off-grid, the community I was living in would come together for different festivals, and this festival was just to celebrate life. It was midweek, and all they were doing was dancing. And I asked if the people had to take off work, and they were like, no, this is natural. If we have a festival, we're coming together. And so I noticed that all the places where my body was exhausted started to relax. They were inviting me to celebrate life, to celebrate the moments of life, to enjoy. Like if you were here, the music, the traditional music, people dancing, they were happy, and I was free. So this video is going to have many transitions to it. That's exactly what happened. I was transitioning from one moment to the next moment until I was fully immersed in the full vortex of the land here. So this is in preparation for us spending about 12 hours fully immersed in the land here. We are doing this in a space of community. Community includes people here from Costa Rica. It includes people from the U.S. It also includes people from Colombia, Puerto Rico. And so this is our first stop in the full immersion. With an immersion, like it's a step-by-step process. And so we first landed on this land, which they are growing coffee here. So you learn about the history of Costa Rican coffee, how it is sourced, how it is manufactured. And I think being here at first, you're just enamored by the beauty of the land, but you start to go through this shift of being connected to the land. finding all the spaces in your body that do not allow you to connect to the earth. And then there's this moment that just happens and you're free. This is where I believe the entry point to the vortex began, and this is the La Paz area. Basically, what a vortex is, it's really a space of energy that's thought to be a place where the Earth's natural electromagnetic energy is particularly strong. And these areas are really believed to have such a unique healing property that can enhance your spiritual experience while you're there. And one of the reasons Costa Rica is known to be a vortex is because of the diverse landscape. So you have the rainforest, the mountains, volcanoes, coastlines, and that comes together to become a natural vortex. The power of this waterfall here was deeply healing. Just being there, it felt like there was this magic that was there with you, and you surrendered. Like, you surrendered everything in that moment, and you were just present, one with the land, hearing the water in the backdrop. And then now moving into spaces where you're up and close with hummingbirds, and in the background you still have more waterfalls. What that does for you, it gives you a different perspective on life. Like, I just felt I was in paradise. I was in heaven. And it also starts to open you up and enhance that healing experience where nature is speaking to you. You are listening. You are letting go of some of your deepest fears, your worries, the traumas that you've experienced. And you allow yourself to receive from Mother Nature. You allow yourself to receive from Mother Nature. You almost can't do anything about it because the energy is so powerful. And these birds are like communing with you, communicating with you, showing you how to be in life. Like, what is the true meaning of presence? What does that actually look like, living your life every single day? Letting go of your money worries, because you notice and see and acknowledge the abundance that's here and how nature contributes to everything. So there's no way you can believe in lack once you are immersed in this beauty. Like, this land goes deep and penetrates deep in the areas where you are struggling. Like, you just show up as you are, and all of the things that are hard in your life, that are difficult in your life, they start to change. They start to change, and you start to have a complete and different perspective. And I know different people will have like plant medicine experiences. This is like one of those experiences. I haven't had that myself, but it is deeply healing. And when you also are in community doing this together, I literally was so emotional after that waterfall experience. I actually started crying. That's how deep and transformational that was for me, because I'd never experienced that before. Such beauty, such healing. Like, the land met me where I needed to be. Costa Ricans do place a high value on community. And so we had some activities that were community based, where we were in the jungle together as a community. And I guess this also ties into the meaning of Pura Vida, which translates to the pure life, the simple life. And it places values on things on like happiness and well-being and community over individualism. So now we're moving into learning about the indigenous people of Costa Rica. We're learning about their traditions. And these people do not speak Spanish. They speak their own language. So, you know, they are the natives of Costa Rica. And, you know, being able to go in their communities, learn about their traditions, their traditional healing powers and medicine is life-changing, y'all. So after being with the indigenous people, we went to La Fortuna. La Fortuna is known for its hot springs. And the hot springs, the water is heated by the Arnal volcano through geothermal activity, which basically is a natural process by which the Earth's heat, the interior, that heat from the interior is transferred into the water. And there are lots of minerals in this water. It's very therapeutic. The history of that land, the indigenous people who occupied that land were the Maleku people. And they recognized the power of these hot springs. They used them for spiritual healing. They recognized there were different properties within the water that the water had that was medicine for the people. So you are literally immersed in those healing powers. We were here for about 5 hours. What I am noticing is I can freely surrender things that I've been holding onto and release them. Like there's a space that's an invitation to more. Like you're not your problems, you're not your limitations. Like I get the choice of that. Like I get the choice in that, like where you have another choice whenever you are facing something. So that's what I'm feeling right now is I've been able to release a lot of stuff. This land is very sacred and the history behind it is very sacred. The indigenous people, you can feel that energy here. And then with the minerals added to it. Wow. So one of the things that I have released in this place is body judgment. Like I've judged my body like for probably a long time and according to the standards of what the perfect body should look like. But I just got to this space when I was going through the different hot springs that I can release that. Like I sense that I have a body, but don't really have a body. Like I'm not my body and I don't need to judge it. I don't have like the need to judge it, which is freedom for me because I have not felt that in a long time. And I can just have gratitude for my body the way my body is.
This is so good. This is so
Black
good.
Queen
And mineral water from the volcano,
right
in Costa Rica.
from the see. So this water is from the volcano.
The source comes from the roots of the volcano. Thermal water, spring natural water, you know, full of minerals, you know, full of life, full of energy.
Full of energy,
Yeah.
full of life.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Which I call medicine, you know, for the body. This is life right here, you know. Yeah, man.
Wow. And you're from Costa Rica. You're Costa Rican.
Yeah.
Wow.
From the Caribbean of Costa Rica, Puerto Viejo.
Puerto Viejo.
Yeah, man. You gotta come and visit, you know?
See, y'all hear that?
Once you're gone, you're gonna miss it.
You're not. This is stunning.